Kia ora e te whanau, so welcome back to my channel. Please excuse the hair, it's not cooperating today. Sorry, as I was saying, today's video, as you can tell by the title, is a sit down talk with me kind of a video. These questions that are the topics that I'm gonna be talking about today, I have been asked a lot, from bullying, body shaming, to insecurities I have or had, how I overcame them, so self-love, confidence, all those kinds of things there. But I'm just going to jot down the main points on the book here, just so I can stick to the bullet points. Sorry if you fellas can hear yelling or talking. A new group, or I think it's a school, I don't know what it is. It could be like a sports event, something that's going on here in Rotorua, but they've moved into the motel and they're actually really loud. So sorry if you can hear them chatting or yelling in the background. But I've just put the 5 main points that I'm going to be speaking on today. That's bullying, insecurities, starting a new journey, self-love, confidence. And within these main points and topics, of course, come little things. So, but this is just how the main structure of the video is going to go. Excuse my ugly writing. I will be all over the place because I haven't done a video like this. Well, I'm always all over the place in my videos, but extra all over the place. In this video, because I kind of don't know how to start it, what to say. But yeah, if you fellas see me looking down, it's because I'm trying to stay on topic and not go off or drift off point. So I've been getting a lot of questions, both on social media, private messages, comments, and also in real life, about the confidence I have. Really body shaming, if I've ever been if anyone's ever body shamed me, pretty much bullying, that comes under that, excuse me, that comes to the under that category. See, I'm all over the place. And you can hear my nephew. So the bullying started happening when I turned 6, sorry. So for those who do not know, I actually went to a kohanga reo, then went to Kura Kaupapa. And because where I grew up, the town was very small, well, it is still very small, and there's only one Kura Kaupapa that you can go to throughout that whole town. The rest are all Kura Pākehā, or, Pākehā schools in that, or mainstream, sorry, I should say, schools. So everyone you knew from kohanga reo, you were schooling, I'm trying to figure it out in English, what's the words, you schooled with them throughout, like, our Kura Kaupapa is kind of like primary, intermediate, I think that's what it's called in English, but it's total immersion te reo Māori, and everything Māori at that. So yeah, everyone you knew at kohanga reo went to that Kura Kaupapa, so then, when I went there, I still had some friends there, some cousins that I knew. And because I'm really big boned, so even if I were to lose weight, I'd still be like wide and thick. That's just how my body's built. And even when I was younger, I wasn't so much, I was big boned, tall, chubby. I still had a lot of baby weight. Like my face, oh my god, I want to find a photo. My face was like, when I smiled, because my cheeks were so like puffy, like I look like those Asian kids that, their cheeks are like, like that was my smile. So Saturday we had soccer in the morning. We had a couple of games of soccer. Straight after that we would go to netball, and then we'd have like a couple of games of netball, finish. Sunday was rugby league. I don't know what it was, I honestly don't know the difference, but it was one of those sports anyways. And then on the Monday we would have, what training was it? I think it was, I can't remember the training days, but I think it was Mondays we had netball, Tuesdays we had soccer and touch, and then, where was it? Monday hakas, Tuesday netball training, Wednesday soccer training, Thursday, that's when I had the rugby league, rugby, whatever, that training, and, oh frick, what was it? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and another netball, no, and then hakas again, and then Friday was the netball, and then another soccer training, touch training, and league training to prep for the weekend. And then Saturday, Sundays were the games. So we were very busy kids, very sporty. And then like during the week also, you know, you had like the seasonal stuff like mana kōrero, haka competitions. So very busy, very productive. Even as a kid, I didn't like sitting down at lunchtimes or being in one place. Excuse my voice. I liked running around, I liked playing on the playground. I'd go play rugby league or league, whatever it's called, with the boys, and then I'll go play some hockey down on the courts, and then I'll go play some netball. Like, I was a very active child, but I just had excess fat. I don't know why. My insecurities, this is it, when I was a child, began very early. So before I turned 6, I would say that's when my insecurities started. It was before I was 6 years old. And then that's when all the bullying and that started happening. So I was insecure about my hands because they're really big. Like, look at them. Like, I don't care about them now, but when I was younger, I was really insecure about it. My feet are really big. So I was very insecure as a young child, and my nose, I don't really care about it now, but I used to hate my nose. Like, it was so big. It is big. My lips, my eyes, I used to hate every single thing about my body when I was younger. Like, it was so weird. Even my nails, like, I used to hate my nails, my skin, my body, my feet, my legs, my lashes, my eyebrows, my hair, my face shape. So everything about me, I just didn't like. What made me me, I didn't like. Even my culture, I started wishing I was a different culture, kind of a thing. Yeah, kino, kino, but that's how bad it got. When the bullying started happening, because they were picking at the things I was already insecure about, it kind of made those things worse. And then, so I've already told you the insecurities that I did have. And then from then, you know, it was just normal shit like fatty. It makes me laugh now, but it wasn't funny then, but it's funny now. But you know, just normal kid stuff, whether they were kidding or not, even if they were joking. Like, I don't even know. Like, there was this one time we were lining up for karakia to go in the mornings. We had karakia and the himini, you know, the normal kurikaupapa stuff. And then you had to line up in your class lines, but no one ever does. Like, you know, no one ever listens until the teachers yell at you. So, you know, we all know how that goes down. And then there was a boy a year up from me. Yeah, a year up. Because our classes went from youngest, so from taina to tuakana, like that kind of a thing. And that just means kind of like youngest to oldest, or like, youngest, oldest. And then there was a boy that was in the same class as my sister, and he said something along, I know he said Bigfoot, but I don't know the actual sentence structure he said, but he said something along a something, Anita is a Bigfoot, or Anita something is a definition of Bigfoot, something like that. I don't know how he worded it, and that stuck with me because how I was really insecure about my hands and feet, and those were the two main things that I was very insecure about. Like, so yeah, and I didn't do anything. I just acted like I didn't care. So then we done karakia, we did himene, we done the, you know, kōrero for the rā, blah blah. And then we left, and then I asked to go wharepaku, and then I went toilet, and then I cried, and then I went back to class. And then from that day on, that's when everything just went, like, started spiraling out of control, like really badly. So that carried on, the bullying carried on throughout my high school years. I'm trying to talk. But when I was 9, going on 10, that's when we moved to Auckland. And from Auckland, that's when we moved to Aussie. So from 6 till about 9, I was at the kura kaupapa, bullied within those years, and then became a bully because I didn't want to get bullied anymore. You know the gist. And then we moved to Auckland, and then still getting bullied there. But we weren't there for long. We were only there for a couple of weeks, or maybe even not even a month, I don't think. I can't remember how long we were there for, but we went there that long. So then we left to Aussie, and then in Aussie, same thing was happening again. And same thing, sporty. I think the only place where we didn't do sports was in Auckland, because we were only there for a couple of weeks, and but we did hakas still. And then when we moved to Aussie, that's when we started getting into sports again. But then because the schools are much bigger in Aussie and there's much more students in the class, and I'm used to being in a really small environment with people I know and I've grown up with to know. So it was a very different change. Not knowing anyone there, it was really like, and then not trying to be someone I'm not, but just trying to be, what's the word? Cared about what people thought, did what they think I was, or you know what I mean, and just so I thought I wouldn't get bullied. But long story short, bullied again. There, come back home and lived next to by my brother, and then that's where I lost like a lot of weight, or a lot of my like chubby fat weight, because in Aussie I gained a lot of weight, and then back home that's where I lost a lot of weight. I still felt insecure about a lot of things, still bullied at the wharekura, and then became a bully, normal stuff. Normal stuff is not normal, okay? Don't do that, kids. And then stayed for 18 months. Within that 18 months, I went to Toke Intermediate, I think it was Tokoro Intermediate, for either a couple of months or a couple of weeks or something like that. There, it wasn't too bad. That's just, that stage there in my life was the stage where I was just being a rebel cunt. And I was just like, I'll fuck everyone up. I was like, I don't fucking care. Like, I can cut your feelings too, kind of a thing. It's not funny, but it's fun. Yeah, it's not funny, okay? That's, yeah. But, so there, I stayed for a couple of months, went back to the wharekura for like a couple of days or a couple of weeks, and then went back to Aussie with my mother. Aussie, it wasn't so much being bullied by others. It was like here and there, yep, but not as bad as all the previous years. But there, I think I was 13, 14 there. That's when I started getting like being more hatred to myself and the things that I had done to people previously. Like, I'd be like, fuck you, cunt, you're a fat brother. Just because of what they've said to me, I'd repeat it back to them. And then I kind of became the uglier than them, because I did become uglier than them, and I wasn't any better than them. So that year, like in Aussie, when I was like 14, I think I was 13 turning 14 or 14 turning 15, something like that anyway, around that category year. I was more so better with myself. So that's when I started hating myself even more, locking myself away, because things happened when I come back home and we lived with my brother. And in that time, like that 18 months, that's when I was broken, like mentally, like spiritually, everything just broke me, and I wasn't myself anymore. I'm still not who I used to be. It changes people, or things change people for the better or for the worse, and I think that it changed me for better, but also in a bad way too, because a lot of my good traits have been lost. Not have been lost, but I just suppressed them for so long that bad habits and bad actions started coming in, and now I cut them out and bring all the good stuff back, or just revive myself, things like that. So when I moved back to Aussie, that's when I had started battling myself constantly. And this would have been 2014, I think. So in Aussie, that's when it became a battle with myself. And then from Aussie, so from 2013 till about 2018, mid to ending of 2018, long time. That's when I started, that's when I was battling with myself, family things. And then that's where rock bottom hit, like fully rock bottom. I thought 2011, 12 was rock bottom when I was with my brother and his, at the time. But, nah. 2013 till 2018, jeez. Just even thinking back at it now wasn't even that long ago. But that was such a huge battle with myself, family stuff, depression, anxiety, suicide, blah, blah, everything. And it wasn't until about ending of last year, or 2018, where I actually properly started my self-love journey. Previous times before that, where I've tried to, build a relationship with myself, I guess you could say. I faked it. I didn't really believe it, but I faked it. I would just tell myself that I love myself and that I'm confident, but I really wasn't, and I really didn't. And then when I started really, investing time into myself. So how I think about self-love is, how you have friendships or relationships, and you invest time into it. So you're constantly, oh, hey, do you want to hang out? Or do you want to go do this? Or we can do this. And even sitting down and talking to one another. Not to say that to sit down in front of a mirror and talk to yourself. Like, if that's your thing, then cool, sweet as. But what I mean, investing time into yourself, as in taking yourself out, giving yourself treats, writing special notes for yourself, giving yourself props for things that you do, picking yourself up when you've kind of not failed. I don't like saying failed, but when things haven't gone as planned, picking yourself up, pushing through by yourself. Because no matter what happens, no one's here permanently. So the only biggest fan, your biggest fan would only be yourself. People come in seasonally. Some people stay for a certain amount of time, but no one's permanent in your life besides yourself, kind of a thing. I don't know if that makes sense, but just constantly working on bad habits, trying to fix them, or even improve them is a big step. Now, judging, not fully gone, but because I haven't, I've still got insecurities, but they're not bad. They're really not bad. Right now, I love my hair, I love my lashes, I love my eyebrows, I love my fat nose, I love my lips, I love my hands, my feet, I love my body, I love the changes that happened, the stretch marks I've gained, the darker spots that I've gained, because it doesn't look pretty, but it all tells a story. Every dent is a memory. I remember that's what my brother was saying when my mum crashed and struck into the fence. Every dent is a memory, and that stuck with me. And it's a reminder every single day that I'm still here, that all the things that I've overcome, and my body is constantly changing. But yeah, it's so hard to explain. If you know what I'm talking about, comment down below. If you don't, I'll try to explain that as best as I can. What I mean is, when you start a self-love journey, pure self-love journey, not lie to yourself, and I still fuck up here and there, I still fuck up, let's be real. We all fuck up. we all, you know, sometimes we have that day where we just like, oh you, oh you, oh you, you know, we're not all gonna be happy. And then there's days where we're like, I don't like this about myself, I don't like this anything, and 5 minutes ago you loved it, you know what I mean? And I say you know what I mean a lot, but I was about to say you know what I mean again. But you have those days where you fully love yourself and you're like, ooh, you're looking cute today, even with your double chin, you know what I mean? And even with those extra rolls, you're still looking cute. And then you have those days where you're like, holy shit, what the fuck is wrong with you? When you go on the self-love journey, that's when my confidence started coming in. That's when all these like doors just started opening. It was so weird. Like now when I look at myself in the mirror, I see beauty. I really do. I see beauty, I see kindness, I see and it's not being cocky at all, like at all. But yeah, I just saw disgust and hate. That's honestly all I saw when I looked in the mirror. But now I see a beautiful young woman who's beautiful, confident, kind, open-minded, warm heart. I just, you know, I just love myself. So when you start to love yourself, it's, I don't know, when you start to become open-minded with yourself, you become open-minded with others. When you start to be honest with yourself, you be honest with others. When you start to love yourself, you love others even more. It's really weird, but it's so cool. Even those who have done you wrong, even those who you've done wrong, you know. So that's what I mean by self-love opens up so many doors. Forgiveness, not only for, you know, others, or for you to forgive others, but for others to forgive you for the things you've done. You may not have realized the things that you've done, or how it affected someone, but they're willing to forgive you. Kindness. One thing I would say on this journey is I mistaken loving myself for selfishness. I started becoming really selfish, like just on myself every single, you know, like and I always use the excuse, well, you know, that's investing time into myself. But for example, you know, like with my families, I'll be like, no, you can't have this, no, you can't have that, or like, no, I'm getting this for me, like that. And it's, yeah, like I'm not proud of it, but I'm gonna speak about it because it's the truth and to help others. Otherwise, why the fuck am I doing this video if I'm just gonna lie about the whole thing? You know what I mean? But sorry about my language. And a lot of people have asked, which means they want to better themselves. They want to learn, or they want to know how to be confident, or not how to be confident, just, I don't know the word, okay? But obviously they're asking for a reason. And I've gotten told so many times, like, oh my god, like, you're the perfect person, you know, and it's not to toot my own horn, but I'm like, no, I'm not, you know, these are the things, and that's the reason as to why I tried to set the scene for you guys and tell you the bad things that I've done, or like the really shit things. I don't want it to be too long, so I don't want to get into the stories, but if you want whatever stories about it, then comment down below. I don't like getting called perfect. Some people do, but you're perfect in your own way, and no one truly knows you besides you. Do you know what I mean? It sounds stupid. It sounds like cliche as, but yeah, no one knows you like you. And for me, I never got that quote before. I was like, what the fuck? What's that mean to me? No one knows me more than me. Like, what do you mean? And when you, like, I'm spreading so much self-love words around, but it's so true. Like, it just opens up doors to just shit you don't even know what, you know, it'll open. Like, I used to judge a lot of people for, what's some things I used to judge for? Certain, not really certain clothes they would wear. Sometimes like rare, yup. Yeah, well then there you go, and either that's considered it, yep. So judging for the stuff that people wore, whether it's rare or not, it's still judged. The things that they would do in their own time, like smoking weed, drinking, I would judge people for that. I'd be like, what the fuck, why do people smoke weed, why do people drink, like that's stupid, like da-da-da. Because my brothers all smoked alcohol, smoked alcohol, yeah, good one. They drank alcohol and smoked weed. I saw the effect that it had on them. You know, I drank alcohol, and yeah, I was judging them or others, and that's what I mean. It's about you literally are portraying your own insecurities on other people. And now when I walk around, you know, I'm not like, oh my god, like if that wasn't there, she would, or if that wasn't there, he would be like, you know what I mean? Now I walk around, I'm like, you're your own perfect self. Like, I love that about you because that makes you you. I love this about you because that makes you you. So go get it, you know? I want everyone in the world to succeed. And a lot of people get really whakama, like shy about talking about the things that they used to do, like judging, like being fake, shit talking, like dramas and shit like that. But I'm not ashamed of it because I don't. It's a process. What's the word? I'm not ashamed of it because I'm constantly working on trying to better myself. Whether that be not trying to talk shit, not fake anymore. Anyway, you know, and sometimes things slip out. Like ever since I was, that sounds so weird, but ever since I was young, I always got taught think before you speak. When you do speak, you know, speak so that people listen, or like speak. When you speak, make people listen to the words you say, but also speak like the tone of your voice. Speak with kindness, and that's something that I lost. Like that's what I mean. Like I lost so many qualities, good qualities that were instilled into me. That's how easy it is to lose yourself and gain bad habits, and it's, you know, so hard for you to gain those back or try to revive it, but you will get there. And I'm still going through it now. But learning to think before I speak. Sometimes I say things and then I think about it and I'm like, oh no, that wasn't good, or you know, oh no, that was, you know, that was too far, or that wasn't so just learning to think before speak, like before I speak, has also been like a really high priority of mine. All of these have been a priority, but especially that one, because that comes all under, you know, shit talking. Because if you think about it before you speak, 5 minutes, 2 minutes, a minute later, you're just like, oh my god, you know, you're just like, that's already gone out of my head, that doesn't even bother me anymore, or this and that and this and that. And if I would have said it to someone, that would have been there, and just, you know, those would come out of my mouth. So there's no going back. As soon as things are said, there's no going back. You know, you have fully said it, and you know, I like to call it mark, like how when people mark the world, you know, when they do good things or bad things, they mark the world. When you say good or bad things, they mark someone, or they mark, I don't know the word for it, it stays with them and it's out there. I don't know what's called, but like, yeah, if you get me, you get me. Like I said, I'm confusing when you talk to me, but like just small things like confidence. I would never get up in front of a crowd and sing. I've done that. I used to dream about people who used to get up and sing karaoke in front of people. I was like, I could never do that. I would never do that. Like, oh my god, you know, done. I did that. Like, what the heck? Like, who is this? Like, that's so cool. Even just looking back at it, being able to speak my truth and honest truth. Doing, not quite done yet, but doing. Yep. And yeah, that's pretty much like a brief kind of a video. If you didn't understand it or get it, I'm really sorry. I'll try I don't know, I tried to explain it in a way where you might be able to understand. As I said, I'm a very confusing person, so I don't know how to use my words right. And I confuse everyone and change topics a lot. But that was the video for today, whanau. I hope you fellas really liked this video, or at least got something out of it. Whether it be good, bad, whether you realize I really am confusing to talk to or to listen to, or boring, I don't care, as long as you got something out of this video and it's helped someone out there. But yeah, that was the video, whanau. I really hope you fellas enjoyed this video. I'll try to produce more videos as time goes by. But as I said in the other previous videos, it is very difficult, especially when we're in the motel room and the kids, we have the kids, and I don't want to be, because we're secluded already, I don't want to seclude them in another area, just so I can film a video. That's cruel. And I don't want to go outside because there's too much noise, and then it won't be good content for you guys. And I also share a room with my niece, so I don't want to expose her or anything that she has online, so, or on YouTube, or you know, wherever. But thank you fellas so much for watching, and for those who have stayed subscribed, thank you fellas so much. Honestly, I'm gonna try post more, what's the word, more videos during the week versus just once a week, and just see how that goes. It's not really the filming that's it's the filming that's an issue now, but it's also the editing, because there's, you know, we have kids in our motel room, and you know, they're singing and them, and I don't have headphones or the equipment to actually fully hear properly. My laptop was playing up, so all these kinds of things were happening, but we will find a way. No excuses. Just that sorry for making you wait so long and not posting videos, not even updating you guys. But with that, thank you fellas so much whanau for watching my video. Such an honor, honestly, whether one viewer or two or none. Thank you fellas so much, even sticking by my side for those 3 weeks, nearly a month. I haven't posted, but I promise I'll try and get more than one video out during the week. It's just, yeah, we'll try find a way around it. But thank you fellas so much. Remember, love, light, all things bright, and the darker days will pass and the brighter days will come. Ka kite.
Just like the street lights lit this town.